and welcome to Motorboats Monthly's practical section, brought to you by Garmin. Today we're going to be discussing the chart plotter. Now these are amazing pieces of kit. They are packed full of functionality and they're getting even more intelligent. And yet we use barely a fraction of the functions available. So we've come here to Garmin's massive modern HQ near Southampton to see exactly what their flagship gear can do and what the new generation is promising.
The Garmin chart plotters take two different types of mapping called Blue Chart G2 and G2 Vision. The G2 Vision gives you high-end features, got a different perspective view, which is actually called Mariner's Eye 3D. Now what this does is shows you the charting from behind the boat, and it gives you information just from another view that shows you the charting shaded to show where you should and shouldn't go without having to look at the 2D chart. Also, if we zoom in, we can see that the channel markers will flash at the correct sequence, so as you would read from the chart. So it gives you a really quick reference of where you are, and it just backs up what you're seeing on the chart. Okay, so that's the Mariner's Eye 3D. Moving on, so we go back to the 2D chart. We've got current flow arrows. Now what that does is that estimates the current flow that you'll have at this time, and it updates every half an hour. We can then view other times if we scroll to whatever time we want to see. So at 9:15 there'll be 3.7 knots at a bearing of 56 degrees, so pretty much east. If we'd never been into a port before, we can click on one of the camera symbols and it'll give us a panorama, or even if I can find one, here we go, let's zoom in a little bit, an overhead shot as well of the marina. So if you've never been in, you get an idea what to expect in advance. Okay, so let's move on to creating routes. So on traditional chart plotters you had to set up waypoints and then put those waypoints into various different routes. Let's have a look at the different ways we can do it on the Garmin chart plotter. So let's just create a route around to the south side of the Isle of Wight. So we hit navigate to. There are three options. You've got go to, which will take you there as the crow flies. Route to marks your end point, and then you work your way back to the beginning. So if we scroll to the area we want to navigate to, click on the chart, hit navigate to, and then route to. This allows us then to create our waypoints from our destination back towards where we are now, just by clicking on the chart and working our way back. You can't scroll as quickly with the touchscreen, but if you zoom out and then just zoom in the area you want to navigate to, it makes it really quick. So we hit navigate to and then route to, as we've done before. And again, let's zoom out a bit so we can just scroll across and then zoom in. And then we add a turn here and then move on to the next one. And if we leave it, then it centers around the cursor as well. Guide to. When you set up the product, it actually asks you for the depth of your boat, the draft and the air draft, and what it allows you to do is to create a route automatically just by clicking on the chart and saying guide to, and that's a unique Garmin feature that is very easy to create a straightforward route. From that you can then initiate the autopilot onto it as well. So if we now review the route and just make sure that everything is okay, so let's say we can put another waypoint in here just to keep us off the wreck at the Needles. So there I've added a turn. Okay, and we don't need this one, so let's edit that and delete it. Now, if we want to see the distance and bearing between each waypoint, we can literally click on the leg and it will give you the leg distance and bearing. Then if we want to know the turn that we're going to be making, so if we just highlight the waypoint of the Needles, click on the turn and it will tell you the distance to that waypoint, and here we'll be turning 57 degrees to port. So that's quite a handy feature to know, that's quick to access and easy to use. Another function built into the chart plotter is an easy way to find tidal information. So in this case, say we want to go into Lymington, we literally click on the chart outside the entrance, choose information, then tides. It'll give us a list of our local tidal stations. We click on Lymington and it'll give us our sine wave. So we can then just scroll to whatever time we want to know the tidal height for, and it'll tell us. So at 10 to 1 there'll be 7.9 feet of water, which can also be changed to meters if you prefer.
You can get hands-on with a wide variety of chart plotters, including Garmin's all-new 8000 series with flush mounting options, pinch screen ability, multi-station management and a host of other advanced features, all for the Southampton Boat Show in September.